Good morning, you guys. It is your girl Kia Viella up in the building, all up on your screen. And yeah, we're back at work. Not me with the blank brain already. We are back at work. It is freezing outside. I have been trying to get away with wearing all of my little pleather coats and jackets. This is my burgundy one from Fashion Nova. I also have a lavender one, and I've been trying to get my price per wear out because I just bought these a couple months ago, and I've been doing really, really good wearing them every day. But this weather is weathering, and it's kind of upsetting me because I don't know what to wear right now. We're in that weird part of the season where it's like, okay, it'll start off at like 30 degrees and then it warms up to 75. Like, what do I wear then? I wake up early in the morning and I come to work like, I need some type of help here because I don't know how to dress for the occasion right now. We are all over the place with this weather, and I am not here for it at all. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. But you guys, I do have a topic to talk about today because I watched something on the internet. It cracked me up though because it was presented very funny. Like, I was watching one of those the question and like answer shows, or I dare you to call somebody and see what they say, and they were calling exes, and it was like, all right, can you call one of your exes for us and tell us what happened, where it went wrong, or ask them what happened. Child, I was looking at that. The first thing I thought is, listen, I ain't got nobody to call. All my exes is, where we going, to the cemetery? To the cemetery of my hopes and dreams because they dead to me? Huh? Is that where we going? That's how I feel. Okay, I will call up Knots Cordelia Squad. They all done passed on. Glory. Okay? We going to the cemetery of my hopes and dreams of what could have been. And that's where they are buried. All right. They don't live no more. Love don't live here anymore. Like, you tripping. But anyway, these folks was actually calling folks, and it's so hilarious because some people would pick up and they'd be like, well, or they'll play around, and then next thing you know, they talking about they going on a date again, and they trying to get back together. So, a whole thing. But there ended up being one guy on there or whatever, and he called one of his exes, which didn't end up being an ex, it just ended up being a fling or somebody he was trying to get to know. And it was like, why didn't it work out? And she's like, because he's broke. He couldn't afford me. I was like, well, that's kind of bold, sis. I didn't know a man needed to afford you, per se. I mean, listen, that brings up this whole conversation. Like, should a man be able to afford a woman outside of the basic necessities of their life together? See, I feel like you should be able to take care of the bills, but I don't need you to go and buy me Chanel and buy me Louis Vuitton. Now, would I like that? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir. That would be a great experience. I have always wanted to meet a guy that, and he didn't even have to spend a lot of money, okay, on the date. But if, like, I get a package from Amazon with an Amazon dress in there and like some little heels or something, and he'd be like, I want you to wear this for the day. Marriage. Not being silly because it takes more than that to get a ring on his finger. But that has just always been like a cute gesture to me, but I feel like that's only done in the movies. Like, I feel like some stuff women are making up based off of the stuff they done seen in movies and have romanticized about, but that ain't real life. That is not real life. No, I would love it. I would love to have a guy that be like, oh, I'm gonna take you on a shopping spree. Listen, we ain't gotta do it all the time now. Listen, like, it ain't mandatory. But if over the years, like, he'd be like, babe, you wanna go in there? You get whatever you want. And legitly mean it because he got it like that. That would be great to experience. That would be great to experience. But I'm one of those people, like, if a man do that for me, I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna have to do that for him later on. That's just me though. And most women don't think like that, I don't think. Sometimes we can just be slight takers. But me personally, if you do that to me, like, I'm gonna be saving up because next Christmas it's gonna be on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be back and forth. Next question is, like, how much should a first date be? Because the lady that he was talking to in the video, he ended up breaking it down that he ended up spending $700 on the first date. And then the second date, it was like $200-300. How much should somebody spend on a date? Because in my head, I'm like, no, this is me talking. Listen, some girls might come at my throat like, sis, you need to higher your standards. But for me personally, if I'm going on a date with you, it's not necessarily for you to be flashy. It's for me to get to know you, right? So, like, you can take me to the park and bring a little picnic, and I'll be fine. But there are some women who are, like, legitimately, and not to say that they're wrong. I mean, whatever works for you works for you. But they're like, okay, so if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go to a shopping strip, and we're gonna get a restaurant or go to a restaurant that's near the mall so we can see how much he's balling, and then be like, you know what, we can go to the mall and then go shopping and all this. I'd be like, you sound like a meal ticket. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're trying to come up on the come up. Just a dash. You know what I mean, sis? Do what you do. But it sounds like you're going to be required to do some extra steps after that shopping spree that I'm not a part of. Because if he like spending like $700 good on you, if he's spending like 300, 200, that's a lot of money. Listen, it's a lot of money. Now, granted, in today's time with inflation prices, going to the movies alone is like a $60 ticket. If you go in there and y'all getting snacks, and he's like, okay, so I'm gonna pay for the popcorn and the drinks, and then you got your tickets that are $18. Like, somebody gonna have to act like a senior citizen here because we're getting that discount. I'm not saying I've done it, but listen. If I want to save $1 or $2, you might think about it. You know, like, crazy. So with that type of day, I mean, that's already like $150. I don't know. Dating is expensive. In real life, dating, going out on dates, it's not a cheap thrill, okay? You paying for makeup, you paying for hair, you paying for dresses and stuff. Now I get it. Maybe that's how a woman may see she's invested in the date, and then the guy is doing twice as much work because then he got to buy clothes and then he got to pay for you. It's a lie. Just meet me at the park. just meet me at the park. I'm trying to think of that song by Aaliyah. I can't even think of it. You can't tell nobody. I'm talking about nobody. I don't know the lyrics though. It's meet me at the park, at the dock. It's something. I'm mad that I don't know it because people gonna come for me like says, we're taking your music card away. But y'all know what I'm talking about. That little part where she talk about meet me at the park when it's dark and all that other stuff. Y'all, listen. I'm gonna have to find some cheap dates. Does anybody have a coupon? Does anybody have a coupon? But I mean, I guess it depends on where you live too. Because I feel like the price for a date where I live in my Farmville versus like if I lived in LA or if I lived in, Florida, those would be two different price points. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. How much is too much for a date? Is the question. How much is too much for a date? And then I was looking at somebody's YouTube. She was talking about, ladies, when you go out on a date, you need to eat first. So you're not so worried about eating and you're more invested in the conversation of what's going on. I'm like, sis, I'm not, that don't work. That don't work. I mean, you gotta be a hungry lady, I guess. That sounds like, I don't know. Me personally, when I go out on dates, like, I don't look for the most expensive thing on the menu and try it. I'm like, a chicken nuggets, like, they got a 2 for $3 here. Is there any discounts? Listen, back in the day, it used to be like, where's the buffet? But the way y'all got germs and y'all be breathing over everything uncovered, that's a no for me. I haven't been to Golden Corral in forever. And that place is expensive too. Especially for the way that I eat. Plus, I know the way that I eat. So it could be different than other women. And some people be thinking I be trying to be cute. the way I eat, and I don't. Like, I literally eat like a little baby bird sometimes. Like, I come back to my food. I'm one of those people. Like, I'll eat like a couple fries, maybe even like half the burger, and I'm full. And I'm like, my body just isn't hungry right now. And then I'll come back like an hour later, and I'll be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna finish that off. That's me. And men be thinking I'll be trying to be cute because they're like, you would normally probably eat that whole thing if you was by yourself. Like, I would keep pegging on it because I'm the same girl who can eat a Chipotle bowl for like 2 days. So listen, I just recently started being able to finish a Chipotle bowl in a day, and it's not in one sitting at all. It's multiple coming backs. So that's just me. That is just me. And I don't think that whole eat before you go, I'm like, well, what are we doing that for? I mean, I get it, but I'm not thinking that. I'm not thinking about it like that. I'm not thinking about it like that. But I know I'm not there for no free meal. Like, we're gonna have conversation. But dating is expensive. Maybe that's why I haven't been out on dates. They cost too much. I'd rather spend my money where I can see it. Clothes, shoes, not your Or am I? Am I? Wink, wink. I will wink, but I'm trying to put on my lashes with my mascara. Look at the difference, though. You guys, like, thank you, genetics, for long lashes, but also thank you to this mascara for always coming through to make them pop. Like, if they discontinue this, I would have a whole set. I'm writing letters, okay? I'm writing letters. I am causing chaos. So, Essence, don't ever get rid of this, okay? This has been my girl for the last, like, 5 years. This isn't the same bottle for 5 years ago. But this has been my girl for the last, like, 5 years. So, yeah. Don't go nowhere. But, yeah, when you think about how much a woman, like, pays or puts into herself to look good on a date, does that account for how much a man should spend on her on that date? I just wanted to bring up this little topic because it was crazy that he said he spent $700 on their first date. Like, I don't even know how I would respond to something like that. Now, I've had men spend money on me, like take me out to aquariums and stuff like that. And I know that it was pricey, but like we were together at that point. No, we wasn't. No, we wasn't. He was trying to get together. We ended up getting together after and being official. But yeah, that's what I mean by getting together. By getting together, I mean you're officially boyfriend and girlfriend. And then I feel like the rules are kind of out of the window. Then they get a little muddy and blurry. How much you should spend on a date once you guys are like together. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I go back and forth. But when I don't know you and I'm getting to know you, I probably would feel very uncomfortable having a man spend $700 on me. I would be like, there's a Burger King down the street and I love me a good old rodeo burger with some fries and a slushie. That's just me. Somebody might be like, girl, you want to make sure he can take care of you. I'm like, he can take care of me, but he ain't got to spend that much money on me on no date. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, is that just me? It's probably going to be in the comment section. Like, don't mess up our hustle, sis. We like $700 dates. Listen, I probably would like one too. If it was worth the $700. You know what I mean? If I have a good conversation with somebody and then they spend all that, maybe I might change my tone a little bit. But is it a requirement? Absolutely not. And should the man pay for the first date? Should the man pay for the first date? I don't know how I feel about that. I told y'all, I'm kind of weird about that. I don't like feeling like a tit for tat type of deal. Like, I don't want to feel like I owe anybody anything because they bought me a Happy Meal. I just, I mean, that ain't what's in me. But let me know what y'all think. Answer me in the comment section. And I'm going to end the video off here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you already know I'm about to get to this money. And I will see you later. Bye. Have a good day.